Next up, at UFC 314, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have Michael Chandler taking on Paddy Pimblett. Michael Chandler, 23-9 in his career, 1-4 in his last 5. He is coming off that smother loss to Charles Oliveira. He's taking on Scousha Paddy Pimblett, 22-3 in his career, 5-0. We don't get no shot. Just at dinner, I was doing that with Brian, and I was like, you ever see the ring footage of him picking up dog shit in that lady's front yard? And he's like, no. And I was like, he was walking his dog. His dog had like a nasty diarrhea. So then he did the right thing and like rang the, shut the fuck up. It's not even, this is a good story. So then he rang the doorbell, and the lady wasn't there, so she talked to the ring. And he was like, I'm sorry, my dog shit in the yard. Do you have a hose? And she's like, are you Paddy the Baddie? If you haven't seen that ring footage, go watch the ring footage. Let's go ahead and break down this fight. We got Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler is somebody I've been very high on in the past. In fact, I put that $1,000 bet on him against Conor McGregor. That obviously didn't work out. Conor broke his toe, and that was the end of it. But I was positive Michael Chandler was going to win. Talked about Michael Chandler training at a high level, treating his body like a professional athlete, doing all the things. And while all of that remains true, it does seem apparent that Michael Chandler doesn't really take his career that seriously. He is a Division I All-American wrestler. He's got power in his hands. He's got speed. He had an all-time fight against Justin Gaethje, all-time fight against our Louisiana boy there, Dustin Poirier, all-time fights against Eddie Alvarez. Michael Chandler is always in an exciting fight, but he's not always making the right decisions. And at this point in his career, after the way he just lost to Charles Oliveira, it feels like the Division I All-American with incredible power in his hands is really here just to have some fun and put on a show. He's taking on Paddy Pimblett, and he's becoming a megastar. Paddy the Baddie has done it pretty quickly as well. It's only been a few years from relatively unknown to co-main event of a huge pay-per-view. He's a well-rounded guy. He's got a good amount of experience. He is hittable because he keeps that chin straight up in the air, but he has very solid striking offense and a ton of volume. He's a smooth grappler as well. On the ground, he flows very, very quickly between submissions, and if he shores some things up and he cleans up the chin situation, he can be the next big thing. He's coming off that triangle and arm bar submission win, technical submission win, over King Green, where King shot a takedown, and then it was downhill from there. And on paper, if we're just doing skill for skill, physique for physique, technique for technique, it might be Michael Chandler, Division I All-American, phenomenal shape, hits like a freight train. But then you watch him fight, and he's just doing crazy shit. He's just having fun. He's not doing what he needs to do to win. There's no game plan in a Michael Chandler fight. It's just bounce in and out with the super wide hands and then sit on rights and bomb over. And because of that, because of Michael Chandler's inability to stick to a game plan, I am going to go Paddy here, and I'm very confident in Paddy. I put a full unit on him, and you know that's not really something I normally do, and it really is just coming down to the fact that I think at this point in their careers, Paddy is very serious, very focused, doing what he can do to improve, to win, to game plan, and Michael Chandler's just showing up to put on a show. He's coming in here to be exciting. He's coming in here to, win over some fans and make some pay-per-view points, which is great. But I don't think Michael Chandler's number one priority is to win. So I got to go Paddy here. Paddy's going to be the pick. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I think Paddy sucks, man. It is kind of funny that the two guys that have made people think that, oh my God, maybe Tony's back. It's fucking Michael Chandler and Paddy Pimblett. Obviously, Tony looked great that first round versus Michael Chandler before eating that front kick. And against Paddy, Tony did enough against Paddy on the ground off his back to really wear down Paddy. And Paddy in that third round, it was like, oh shit, this dude's fucking dead right now. Tony might fucking win this fight. And here they are fighting each other. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Michael Chandler. I don't think he's anything too special. Obviously, if you guys have never watched his fights with like Eddie Alvarez, I always say that because I know a lot of people, like I didn't watch those fights until like probably 3 years ago. And I was like, holy fucking shit, the most insane fights of all time. So if you guys are MMA fans and you guys have never watched his old fights with Eddie Alvarez, go fucking watch the most insane stuff. And his ability to recover in fights is something that he's known for, right? I mean, even that Charles fight, like he gets dropped and he pops back up and he's like trying to, like he can work through positions. And Paddy's the same way. This is a 5-round fight, which I think does matter because Michael Chandler's been there, done that for all 5 rounds. Paddy, I think he's 1-2 in 5-round fights. It's been like 2021 was the last time he's in a 5-round fight or something. So, against that Tony fight, like I don't think he's gonna get takedowns against Michael Chandler. Angelo seems to think that this guy's like a wrestling phenom that's gonna fucking take down. Watch those takedowns.
No, that's not. All right, go ahead, finish. I'll explain what I was arguing.
You said he's gonna get taken down just like the Brazilian took him down. Talking about,
but that was not what our. But that's not what our argument was.
But that's what you said.
Yeah,
he's going to get taken down like Charles Oliveira took him down, and I'm sitting here saying that
over and over.
Paddy probably won't get one fucking takedown. The way he was shooting takedowns because Tony fucking Ferguson just fucking leaning over, just like Michael Chandler's going to fucking laugh at that fucking bullshit. He's not going to take Michael Chandler down. Michael Chandler knows now not to take him down. This is how the whole conversation started. On the embedded, they're talking to Gilbert Burns, and Gilbert Burns like, yeah, I rolled with Paddy. I did a little bit of training with Paddy. He's like, his grappling is legit. Michael needs to keep this standing. So no circumstance, unless he gets in trouble, is Michael probably going to be wrestling or grappling with Paddy, because even Gilbert Burns was like, God, this guy's fucking good. Just keep it on the feet. And I think that style of Paddy Pimblett of just backing up against the fence with his chin up here and his hands out here, and I don't get knocked out. You know, Chandler said he's going to test it. And I think he fucking tests it, and we'll see if he doesn't fucking get knocked out. And if Chandler blows his load early, trying to chase the knockout, and Paddy can kind of come on strong and get on his back and stuff, it is what it is. It is Michael Chandler, right? I'm not betting him, but as a pick, you know, I've seen him go 5 rounds, never really stopped moving forward. Paddy was fucking dead in the third round of that Tony fight, and he says he's cleaned everything up, but we haven't seen it since, right? I mean, early finish against Bobby, chin straight up in the air. Chandler definitely needs to respect his power, because Paddy's got underrated power. When he throws, he can throw. Like, offensively, he can throw. Just defensively, he is just still not very sound at all. I think Chandler's going to find it, and we'll see if he can get the finish. But he's going to be my pick, because as the fight progresses, Chandler's going to keep building, and it seems like Paddy's going to fade, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, and somebody commented, like, explain to me how Paddy's the better fighter. And I did a whole fucking rant. Not about Paddy being the better fighter, but about Michael Chandler's decision-making. If skill for skill, Michael Chandler's probably the better fighter outside of jiu-jitsu. He's more physically imposing. He's probably in better shape. All those things. But he just, at this point in his career, I've been saying it, 3 weeks in a row, I said, he's not taking his career seriously, so neither should we. Said that about Deanna Belbita, said that about, I forget who I said before that. And it's Michael Chandler's almost in that category. He was waiting for the Conor payday, which you can't fault him for that. Why wouldn't you do that?
That guy works his fucking ass off.
100%. He's in phenomenal shape. So that's what I'm saying. He's not in the category. He treats himself like a professional athlete, which is what he should be doing, which is why I was positive he was going to be Conor, because that's not the life Conor lives. But once he gets in that cage, it's not about winning the fight. It's about being entertaining and winning over fans. And I just don't think that's a winning game. I honestly think he's going to,
it's over 5 rounds. I think he's going to accidentally win the fight. Like, because I don't disagree. No, because I don't disagree, but I think that's going to be enough. Like, his forward wild style,
just in great
it's
shape.
Just gonna, it's just gonna wear down Paddy. I think that he just is he's going to accidentally win the fight. I don't know. I still don't know why it's 5 rounds. And people are like arguing with me about on Twitter. Like, I want to see if this would be crazy if it was this would be awesome if it was a 1-round fight. Like, I mean, Chandler's probably not going to pace himself, but I know Paddy's going to want to fucking try to pace himself for fucking 5 rounds after almost dying. He knows how durable Michael Chandler is. He was almost dying against Tony, so now you're taking a 3-round fighter where he was already questionable with his cardio, stretching it to 5 rounds. Now, instead of Paddy being a little bit more comfortable in there, he's got to, like, try and pace himself for his cardio. Now he might not get the exchanges because Paddy literally gassed himself trying to finish Tony Ferguson. So now, if he drops Chandler, what's he not going to do because it's a 5-round fight? Chase that finish. He's going to pace himself. So what's the good in making it 5 rounds? I don't get it.
No, I actually agree with that logic. 5 rounds is dumb. It's not for a title, and they're not cardio demons. You do 5 rounds with 2 cardio demons. Like, who cares? Like, yeah, these guys are going to go at it no matter what. This is a fun fight. I'm looking forward to this fight as well, which is why this is a spectacular fight card. $7,800 in DraftKings Fantasy, $8,400 in DraftKings Fantasy. You definitely need one of them. Jacob's point, it's 5 rounds, 2 extra rounds to score some points. If you think Paddy gets it done, bang. You think Michael Chandler gets it done because he's has the experience under his belt and you know he's going to be in great shape, then bang, $7,800, throw him in a lineup. Check out what the artificial intelligence has to say. We have an AI included in everything that we do. WeWantPicks.com, click become a member. $10, you'll unlock all of it on the spot. $10 super chat from We Love Brutus. Jean Silva being sent by Dana to assassinate Bryce. It did come together pretty quickly after Bryce said some wild shit. So we appreciate you, Brutus. Thank you for the super chat.
Innate. Dum, 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 dum. Can you spell
That's
Mississippi?
Mississippi.
Can you spell ICUP?
ICUP. What's the one backwards?
What'd you just say?
Somebody said there used to be another one in elementary school. Spell this backwards, and it did like the same shit.
I don't think I could spell backwards in elementary school. I'll be honest.
Well, Indiana.
You know what my dad's party trick is that I've seen and you know my dad. So for him to do party tricks,
yeah. What is?
He's a stoic conservative man. When he throws back some vodka, I've only seen it happen twice, and both times it blew my fucking mind. He does a handstand.
What?
Like up against the wall. Like he doesn't hold the handstand, but he does a handstand up against the wall, and he says the states backwards. In
All
order,
of them?
alphabetical order, backwards.
The states?
Boom, doom, 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 doom.
So he's like
doom,
Wyoming.
Yeah,
whatever
boom,
the fuck,
boom, boom.
West Virginia.
And he's just wasted when he does it. I've only seen it a couple times. But I think the last time I saw it, I was like 13 or 14 years old. And I was like, oh my God, that's my fucking hero, man. That's my fucking hero.
That is crazy.
A
Just doing
handstand
the
and
states.
wasted, like 2 a.m, saying the states backwards. Boom.
Dude, backwards. If I sat you down with a pen and a piece of paper and said, write all 50
right
states,
now.
you'd forget them.
I could
order.
I could write them down. I mean, Jesus, Angelo.
Dude, you would forget. You'd be like, what am I missing? There's only 48. What am I missing?
Alabama.
No,
Alaska, Arizona,
no.
Arkansas, Connecticut.